Bambulise ma Africa amahle ke lebogile go menagane gore le kgethile go bogela King said so le gone. Guys, how many times have you heard people saying for a foreigner to run a business, a spaza shop in South Africa, they need to invest 5 million? How many times have you heard it? Have you tried to verify that information? Is it true that for foreigners to run any form of business in South Africa, they need to have what we call a business visa? Is it true? This spaza shop thing that is happening in South Africa is in no time is going to get out of control. People are going to be unalived. South Africans are getting impatient. The South African government does not know how to handle this situation. This 21 days rubbish that they did shows us that the South African government was ignoring people operating illegally in our townships because they are in the townships. They did not worry. A fight has broken out, ladies and gentlemen, between South Africans and foreigners. It's not a healthy fight. I've even heard South Africans say, listen, all foreigners must go. No foreigner must work in South Africa. South Africa must only have South Africans inside. Nobody else must be in South Africa. Nobody from outside South Africa must come and work here. Whatever critical skill or whatever, they must not come and work here. We need to talk about this because if South Africans want to turn into an island, it's going to hurt us. And I keep on telling South Africans, you don't want to chase all foreigners away because all South Africans are not living in South Africa. Yes, I know the counter to that is that, but King, South Africans are not opening spaza shops somewhere. Guys, we have to talk, and we have to talk a serious talk. I've got more videos for you guys to watch with me today, and we're going to break each and every one down. And I'm telling you, it's getting hot in the kitchen. It's getting hot in the kitchen. If the South African government, these people, if they don't sit down and solve this situation very soon, I can see South Africans running out of patience and this thing escalating to something that is not warranted. I promise you. Let's talk about that and much more.
Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwane Zinjiva Sono, and we're back at it again with another one. And this time around, we're going back to the issue of spaza shops in South Africa. The tensions are spilling over. Very soon, this whole thing is going to turn violent. The foreigners are grouping each other to protect each other and retaliate against this, what they call abuse against and an attack against their shops. And the South Africans are saying, our children are dying. Our children are being poisoned. We are sick and tired of these foreigners taking the township economy. We want the township economy back in the black people's hands. The distraction is here. I always tell you guys about the distraction. I'm saying, hey, we black people, we are so easily distracted. And sometimes the distractions are valid, but they always take us away from the main focus. When last you hear a South African politician or a South African community activist or anything talk about the uncomfortable truth that South Africans have now accepted that they are living with their colonizers and the colonizers has got their wealth in their possession? When have you heard anyone speak about that? Hey guys, Konje, Kane, we are sitting here with people who don't want to bring our land back. When have you heard anyone say that? Every week we are being distracted by something. But anyway, let me take you back to 2014. I want to read an article for you from 2014, and I want you guys to bear with me because this video is going to be all over the place, but it's structured today. So on the 26th of September, this is in 2014, the Supreme Court of Appeal handed down judgment in favor of asylum seekers and refugees lawfully present in South Africa, allowing them to do what? To be self-employed with the consequential right to trade and earn a living in the what? Informal sector. Tuck shops are in the informal, they fall under the bracket of informal sector. The decision came from an appeal of the North Gauteng High Court, which initially held that refugees and asylum seekers, although legally present in South Africa, did not have the right to trade while awaiting for permanent residence. So you guys understand what is going on there. So we've got two courts there. We've got the Supreme Court of Appeal, and then we've got the North Gauteng High Court. So the North Gauteng High Court said these asylum seekers and refugees, they are not supposed to trade in South Africa. They are not allowed to trade here while they are waiting. They're waiting for what? Permanent residence. Okay, not all of them can get permanent residence. It's not easy to get permanent residence in South Africa as a foreigner, by the way. Anyway, let's break this story down and get the background why these courts were fighting each other, the Supreme Court of Appeal and the North Gauteng High Court. Why were they fighting? It started here. It says the problem started when South African Police Service embarked on an operation Hardstick to shut down businesses in Limpopo that were operating without the request permits. Okay, so a total of 600, ladies and gentlemen, businesses were closed down. Goods and equipment were confiscated, and traders and their employees were then arrested. They were arrested. The traders were advised by the subs that a permit must be in the trader's name to be valid. So this is they were fighting here. The subs was fighting with the foreigners. About 600 shops were shut down. This is in Limpopo in 2014. I have to bring back this story so that we can remember how we got to the point where we are. Okay, remember that time the issue was expired goods, but the main issue was can foreigners operate a business in South Africa? Now let's hear what the Supreme Court of Appeal said. Okay. The Supreme Court of Appeal, this is what they said, ladies and gentlemen. Let's read together. The Supreme Court of Appeal, however, criticized the High Court's decision. Which High Court? The North Gauteng High Court. It criticized the decision by stating that there is no blanket prohibition against asylum seekers and refugees seeking employment, as there is no restrictive legislation in force that prohibits them from being granted a license. Okay, that license that they're saying they must go get now, there is no law that prohibits them from being granted that license to trade. Let's read further so that we can understand what is going on here. It says here, when a person has no means to support him or herself, the right to dignity is relevant. Okay, it says if an asylum seeker or a refugee is unable to obtain wage earning employment and is on a verge of starvation, which results to humiliation and degradation, and can only sustain he or himself by trading, they ought to be able to rely on the right of dignity so as to advance the granting of a license to trade. Okay? So this is the question. These people are supposedly here seeking asylum. They are here as refugees. And refugees does not only mean your country is under war or they are fighting there or anything like that. You can feel that, hey, I'm not safe in South Africa. I'm going to seek shelter in Zimbabwe. And your reason for being in Zimbabwe is that I'm a refugee. I don't feel safe. My life is being threatened in South Africa. That is a reason enough for you to be here. That is the reason. It does not have to be war. Like all of us state that there's no war in Ethiopia, they're busy fighting with Somalia. In Pakistan, for example, or whatever. But why are those people here? The reasons are different, okay? But we know that most of them are here, obviously, illegally. They just got here because our borders is there's no integration of our border system. So that's what I wanted to read. Now, this person, ladies and gentlemen, that we are talking about is a person who has no other means of feeding themselves. The court says this person is on a verge of starvation. They should be allowed to at least trade so that they can make money. That is your constitution as South Africa. Meaning the right to trade does not mean the right to unalive our children. I understand that part. I understand that part. We've got a lot of videos to watch today. Some of them are going to take your temperature high. Bear with me. Some of the things I'm going to say here is going to make you emotional. React on the comment section, respectfully so. But I'm here to watch some videos with you. Okay, let me start with this one of the 16th of December. Apparently, there's a march that is being organized. Yeah, South Africans, let's watch this video.
Hi, good morning. I call on all Ethiopians, Zimbabweans, Malawians, Mozambique, Nigerians, Tanzanians, Pakistanis, Bangladeshis, Somalians. We need to listen to this.
What are we listening to?
On the 16th of December, we're all going to come together and we're going to march to Cyril Ramaphosa's house.
On the 16th?
And to the Nelson Mandela Foundation.
Okay.
We are going to demand an end to the harassment against our Ethiopian brothers and our brothers that own spaza shops. There is no way we're going to allow the SG from the ANC to say spaza shops is only for South Africans. The African diaspora supported South Africa and the ANC in the time of need when they were in the trenches. There is no way they're going to try and separate us. Operation Tudula is a bunch of criminals, and these ladies that's attacking these poor Ethiopians in Naledi is a bunch of lowlives that don't even pay tax. Now let us make it clear. We're going to march in our millions to Cyril Ramaphosa's house, and we're going to hand over a memorandum to the First Lady. And then we're going to the Nelson Mandela Foundation, because me personally, I donated huge amounts of money with Dostane to build Mandela a house in Mozambique with Klacha Machel. In Mozambique.
You personally?
I'm a VIP taxpayer and I've got the right to say this. We are going to have a peaceful march.
I hope so.
But I am going to be armed, and my Mossad security is going to be armed. So if any Operation Tudula come within 5 steps in my face,
5 steps,
that is an assault. I will let them discharge firearms for that. I will not take nonsense. We are going to have a peaceful march, but if Operation Tudula wants to come and intimidate us, we will deal with them properly. And we appeal to the African police, because we're going to get permission for this march. We're going to appeal to the Metro Police because we're going to get permission to this march. and we are appealing to all the ambassadors as well as the deputy ambassadors of all African states to join us on this march. We've already got confirmation from some of the ambassadors that they will be joining us on this march, because enough is enough. We are not going to be abused by people that don't pay child support, they don't pay tax, they don't contribute to this economy. The only thing they contribute is crime and noise. Enough is enough.
Ayadelela lo yatelela. And I want to speak to my Somalian, Ethiopian brother. Angazinina ma Nigerian ama Zimbabwean banfake landa kule ndaba le ngoba you guys you are not running tuck shops really. Or to be honest, if you are, it's very minimum. It's very minimum. Manzongeni indaba engazazi. If you guys are going to enter news that does not concern you, nizazizo. This one we are telela. But the problem with our country is that people can speak like this. When Bonginkosi was speaking like this during the elections, the IEC opened a case against him. This person is inciting violence. Our lawmakers will do nothing. That is the problem with South Africa. The implementation or the enforcement of our law is non-existent in our country. Only me. If I talk like this and incite violence, they will attack me. I'll be arrested. But there's other people that can talk like this, and say, if Operation Dudula come within 5 steps of him, he will discharge. Why are you provoking South Africans? Listen to already South Africans are angry. Why are you provoking South Africans? You should have just said, we're going to have a peaceful march, and even that march is unnecessary. But anyway, because our constitution allows for this type of things, we're going to have a peaceful march. We are not going to hurt anyone. We are not intimidating anyone. But if you go as far as saying, I'm going to be armed personally, and if Operation Dudula comes within 5 steps, I'm going to order my security to fire. Yeah, no, we built Mandela a house. Do you think this current generation cares that you built Mandela a house? No. I'm just asking. Do you think, with the majority of us who are woke, who think Mandela sold us out, you think we care that you built Mandela a house? In Mozambique, Nohal. That's my problem. That when South Africans hear this type of message, it angers them even more. Yashisa today. Oh my goodness. So I understand why they kwatile ngalentole with this video. I saw many people on TikTok talking about this video. Let's come to Kimberly, because my videos are going to be everywhere. Let's come to Kimberly and listen to Mr. Lowe from Action SA.
Good morning, Kimberly. We're standing here at OBC. This is a very busy store. It's also a place that's very neat and tidy from in and outside. It's busy, and there's a lot of people that's supporting this industry. I myself, including my family, we purchased from this place. Well, you know what? Today we actually came to have a look at the chickens. The manager and owner is here behind me. We're looking at the expiry dates, and as I'm going along, I can see that a lot of these items here are so fresh you can't believe. Expiry dates shows way back only in 2025. And this is the type of places that we want to see. I also want to encourage people of Kimberley. I want to encourage and invite them and say there's absolutely nothing wrong with the products of ABC. The people here are employing local people. They are creating jobs to our local people. People are happy. The staff is very friendly and so forth. So it's nice to see that people are selling fresh product unto the consumers of Kimberley. Well done, OBC.
Well done, OBC. Well done, OBC. You're creating employment, because that's all Black South Africans want. They just want employment. You're selling fresh products. They've already begun. The political parties are making this shift now to supporting the bigger shops. The bigger shops to say they are the ones who are who South Africans must support. We told you. We told you. We told you. This is just the beginning. You will see how they will endorse these other supermarkets to say, listen, ShopRite at least creates jobs for us. Who works at ShopRite and is happy? Who works at ShopRite and without belittling that job and is saying, listen, my life is so much better because I'm working at ShopRite? That falls for almost all of us because all of us are complaining with our jobs. But for me, I find it very funny that actually say, and I know Mr. Lowe personally, I've worked with him, such a great guy, actually, he owes me an interview. I interviewed him without a camera. Such a nice guy, But this political stance that they are taking, we can see what's going on. If you can't see what's going on, we'll taller later, I promise you. Let's watch more videos. I think this is what is that political party? The Pathetic Alliance. Let's see what are they up to.
Here's your money. Please take your money. Everything. Give him everything. There's your money. Spin. Is there any other money, Mohammed? Mohammed? Is there any other money? Where's your safe? Huh?
I'm sure Mohammed is not from Pakistan.
Sorry. Can you make space? Just take it. Okay, no, we'll end with them. We just want all these ones first. Hey, give us empty crates there. Empty.
Whew. Yeah, they're making them pack. They say, listen, we don't want to loot your shop. We don't want to steal your money. We don't want to steal your goods. Pack your things and go. South Africans, I'm warning you. And don't say King said so, did not tell us. You don't want a country that does not have foreigners, legal foreigners. Hey guys, imagine going to Dubai and the Dubai people are chasing the African people out of Dubai. You know how many Africans are staying in Dubai, working, general work, hospitality work, all of those works. You guys, you just want yourself alone. Nobody, guys, South Africans. Don't say I did not warn you. Don't say I did not warn you. And please don't misquote me and say King is promoting the killing of our children. Don't do that nonsense on the comment section. Don't do that. I'm saying, because your government is weak, they are failing to solve little problems. It's so easy to solve this problem. So easy to solve this problem. But anyway, let's go to Gauteng, to Umama Moya, the new Tshwane, the new Tshwane mayor. Let's hear what is she up to. Wait, let me start this video over. What's going on here with Mama Moyo? Let me start this video over.
Residents of Tshwane, we have now moved to Manyeleti in Hammanskraal. We were here 2 months ago where we got a petition from the residents of Manyeleti where they said to us, we fear for our lives. There are people who are in our community who have opened businesses, but we don't know who they are. We don't know if they are here legally and whether their businesses are compliant. We are responding to that call today. Behind me, this is a shop that has about 7 different businesses. None of them are compliant. There are people running around here. The people we found here, they even tell us that they don't even know where their papers are. They've been running around here. We caught all of them. Since there's even banking that is happening in the background in addition to the different shops that they are running here. So we are here to say to the resident of Manyeleti, we heard you that day and we're doing something about it. And
the resident made a petition 2 months ago. They are responding today, 2 months later. You see what's the problem with our government? They don't take us serious. 2 months ago, now they come here, no, this government, this business is not compliant. It's about 7 businesses that are running here. There's some banking that is happening here. Let's close these people. Let's make a political noise as if we are working. 2 months ago, they wrote to you guys. And I think 2 months ago, it was during the DA's time, when the DA still had Blink there as the mayor there. So I'm not going to blame our queen so much, you see. I'm not going to blame her. She was not there. She was not there. There's a very interesting video. This next one is going to change your temperature, but bear with me because we need this type of videos also. We need to watch everything without fail. Listen to what this gentleman is saying, and he's speaking Zulu also, eh?
Even if we leave all this tuck shop for you guys, you will never work like us.
Why?
Never. That's one thing. Another thing, you will never support each other. And then hello my friend, and then you buy. You can never give respect and money at the same time. You know, there was once I asked this guy why he doesn't respect me, and then he told me, Mina, respect. And that from that I understand you guys do not give respect and money at the same time. So even if we leave all the shops for you guys, you will never work like us. And even if we leave also the shop for you guys, you will never work together like us. Because all of you guys, everyone for himself.
Okay, so you want to tell me, you say you are not detecting any truth in what the young man is saying there. It's not entirely true. And people say, King, we used to run tuck shops back then in the days. Back then in the days, there was 1 tuck shop or 2 tuck shop a block. Block meaning a big block, not just 2 streets apart. Mina lang buya khona eMpumalanga, kwaMhlanga ka Bramaiki. Upramike was the next street from my house. Gulabe sithenga khona. Bunganabo my friend or anything. Bramike's tuck shop still Sagashabangu is still existing till today. Kulele lapo, everything. The next tuck shop was far. Was far. To walk, if Upramike did not have bread, I went back home. Because it was not worth it to walk. I was going to walk more than 40 minutes to get to the next shop and walk 40 minutes back just for bread. I would come back and I brought up with them. And my mother would say, no, check later. You understand what I'm saying? Guys, you South Africans, it's true, we South Africans don't support each other properly. Let's look at the industry that we South Africans are running without fail. Which is that industry I'm talking about? The Taxi Association. That industry is in black hands. That industry, look how many assassinations are happening in that industry. What do you think is going to happen in this tuck shop industry? Because all of a Sunday, everybody's going to want to open a tuck shop. South Africans. Have you seen how they open Chisanyamas? And I'm not talking about a Chisanyama, I'm talking about a price 10, a Kone. Mauti, I'm a price 10, the whole street. I was not to support a ban because this one saw the neighbor doing it. They are also doing it with Aman. That's a nice business. So let me also do it. South Africans. And another thing it says, South Africans don't give money and respect at the same time. Are we going to respect our South African people when they open the businesses? Are we going to be appreciative? Kujo, King, you open a tuck shop. We are going to support you. We are not coming here to take in credit. We are going to support you the same way we support ShopRite. And remember, guys, if you are starting from zero, you will see a car, a second-hand car, with the profit of a tuck shop, maybe in 10 years. Maybe in 10 years. Your tuck shop is not going to make money that you are going to say, this thing I'm making business here. Never. Not a tuck shop. Not a tuck shop, not a small garage tuck shop. I promise you not. Those people, because they are away from home, they don't have a choice. That's why their working hours are crazy. When I'm 5, uzofuna ukuchayisa wena. Ngo 6, uzofuna ukuvala wena. And I've seen people on the comment section, they say, hey King, I operate the same hours as my friend. Jayam, you are 1 in a million. You are 1 in a million if you're a South African that runs a tuck shop that is still open at 9. You are 1 in a million. It's late now, but I promise you, I can drive to the location. I will find all my friends still having a light on and they are butlers, and you can put your hand there and leave the 20 rand and they give you whatever you are buying there. So there's an element of truth in what he's saying. It's not going to be easy, South Africans, to run this tuck shop. I'm not saying you can't, but I'm saying it's not going to be easy. You guys, you'll be fighting each other. It's true. I have not seen this, my friendos, fighting each other publicly. I'm sure there is some disagreements and everything that is happening there, but it will not be like us South Africans. It will not be like us South Africans. Yo, hi guys, Zabuya. Let's watch more videos and let's see what is going on. Let's watch more videos. Ends on the phone match. Let's watch more videos. So guys, there is a difference between these permits that you get in the what you call in the municipalities and a business visa. The business visa is the one that you need to invest 5 million that is coming from outside South Africa. You can invest in a new business with a business plan, or you can invest in an existing business. That visa then permits you to be able to get what you call a permanent residential visa. Once you have the business visa, you are able to apply for the permanent resident visa. You understand? There's a big difference. We are not talking about these permits that your municipalities are giving out. It's just two different things. It's not the same thing. You understand what I'm saying? Because like I read for you, the courts are saying these people are asylums and refugees. What must they do to eat? Because you guys don't want them to work. When they work, you say they take your jobs. When they start a business, you say they are taking your business. So that's the difference between the permit that you get at the what you call at the municipality and a business visa that you get from the Department of Home Affairs. Different things, okay? What is going on here? Let me see. Okay, let's watch 2 videos at the same time.
Nazo izinto esiphuza ezingcolile. Nazo siphuza nemikhamo. Siphuza nemikhamo.
Okay, that's the first one. Let's watch the second one. My problem is, like I said, do you have officials around you when you're doing this? You can't be the law on yourself, South Africans. Why don't you want to understand it? Call your councillors, call the police, call the inspector, call somebody, call authorities to come there so that you guys can be protected in doing whatever you are doing. We have seen Operation Tutula getting arrested many times. Operation Tutula getting their members getting arrested many times because of doing this type of jobs. You don't have the what you call the authority as a citizen to go in someone's business, whether that business is legal or not, and search them and tell them to pack out and you don't have that right as a citizen. It's not in the Constitution. You can't show me anywhere in the Constitution where it says citizens can police. There isn't. You can't police. But anyway, you guys are doing it anyway. Let's look at this lady from Action SA and see what Action SA is doing.
Not allow you people to operate shops in the informal market.
Okay.
You've been operating here by force.
Okay.
We are not the government. We are not Ramaphosa. We are not the president of this country. We will lead the government as the community. So now, do us a favor. You are wearing your shoes. We're recording everything. Everything is on record. Take your money. We're going to take out the stock. Nobody's going to loot. Nobody's going to take your money. Call your people to come and fetch your stock. And we are also not here to make noise. The landlords has spoke to you enough. Tonight we are here to work. So that's the message we wanted to send to you.
And time
Call your
because
people,
it's very
the stock is going out now. Ladies, this is what we're going to do. We're taking out everything now. No looting. Protect his stock. He must just take his money.
Give the Victoria the people's IDs and the bank cards. You must first bring that out.
He's got those documents.
What for?
Yes.
What for?
In future, Baba, in future also, you need to learn to face your own government. As a foreign national, when you come into any country, you familiarize yourselves with the laws of that particular country to understand which business space you must operate or to occupy. Now you guys, you're just going all over because you think you're clever. You go all over doing as you please in this country. We are fixing this country now, and we are teaching you also to go face your own government and fix your own countries. Now move. I think we've said enough. Like I said, let's work together.
I give some charity. I said, okay, give me. They say, Saturday they pay my money. I help them. I give some charity. Many people.
But why would you take somebody's?
You don't have a right to take people's ID.
What type of business meeting is that?
This is document, just document.
Look, we've been nice to you people. You've been operating. You've been operating here when you were not supposed to operate. But now when you assist our people, you must take their IDs. Why are you taking their IDs?
I give him back. If they don't give me my money, they take it out new card.
So, but why would you take an ID?
They are also. Why are you taking their ID?
Where's the ID?
Why are you taking people's IDs when you are an illegal?
You can't take people's IDs. You can't take people's... Hey, sure. You can't take people's IDs. You can't. You can't. There is no reason. But you guys, you South Africans, you're making us fight these people. You guys are giving these IDs willingly. They are not robbing your ID. You give it to them hand to hand like this. Hold, my friend, I'll pay you end of the month, my friend. I promise you. When the grants come, I'm coming, I'll pay you, my friend. That's what this exchange is going on. And it's an illegal one. It's an illegal one. You understand? But like I said, when there is no officials, when there is no law enforcers there, guys, it's wrong. It's wrong. If that guy had a legal business, has got all his documentation, and he got hold of this clip, he can take you to court and he can win. And not he can win, he will win if he had all of his documents properly. But because he can hear now, he's busy with nonsense. It's so surprising what is going on, guys. It's so surprising in South Africa. Icon. No. Okay, let me skip this one. It's not important. I think this is the same lady. But let me play this one also.
Go back to your country. Go back and resign. Come back. Go back and fix our country. Come back. Come back. Fix the mess that you left in your country. Go fix the mess that you left in your own country. You want to
Go and fix your own government. Go and fix your own mess. Go and fix. And this lady, on the previous clip that she played, she said, listen, we are not Ramaphosa. We are not the government. That statement in court gets you arrested. That statement alone. Because it says you are aware of the crime that you're committing. Like I said, if that person had documentation and everything, no man would leave a comfortable situation to go to a foreign country to start a tuck shop and leave his wife and children behind. It is not by choice that that some of them are in our country. I'm saying some, not all. Some of them, they are here because they are hustling to feed their families back at home. And I will never hate a man for doing that. I don't know where I'm going to end up in my life. Maybe I'll be somewhere in Uganda. Maybe I'll be somewhere in Kenya. God knows, I'll be doing some business in Zimbabwe. Whatever the case can be, you'll never know. You'll never know. I mean, as things stand now, Paseta is already in 4 countries. You understand? The Pan-African School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture is in 4 countries. I am the founder of Paseta. You know, what treatment am I going to get when I get to Uganda, when I get to Angola, when I get to Namibia, when I get to Lesotho? How are those people going to treat a South African? Because they're just going to treat me as if we South Africans are the same. They don't know, hey, Mr. Pan-Africanism. They don't know any of that. But anyway, there's another one that happened there. I believe in I think it's KwaZulu-Natal. Let's see what's going on here.
So at the warehouse, just corner is Dabazikakasi FM. As you can see, SAPS is also here. Gule warehouse, we see Amadoda Puma from the back door of the warehouse as we balera as you can see. As you can see now, by a jomba.
Our police are not trained for this type of drama. Look at our police. Okay. Futsek. Futsek, why not? I don't know, is the Futsek going to stop the person? Look at how they are breathing.
An unannounced visit by Kazaren Premier Tamentuli as part of the inspection trail to check our warehouse where food poisoning is concerned. Gagasi FM is also here as we are in action on the ground.
Gagasi FM.
Asazi ukuthi babalekela
Abana maphepha.
Ngoba kuzo inspector indawo bayahutshwa ngezinja as you can see.
Look at how tired these police are. They are walking. They are working. They are walking. Your police. Look at them. When I grew up, I wanted to be a police actually. When I grew up.
This seemed to be a Chinese warehouse. There seem to be bukhona bahleli as if ba managers of the warehouse. Benza kwenzwani kule warehouse? Babalekelani pho? Oh. So benza basebenza la noma baqashile? Oh.
It says the Sotho people, Abesutu. Abazulu mabangathi Abesutu baqedile ngawo. It's funny because Sotho is an official language in South Africa. You know, Abesutu. They don't say that Amaswati. I've never heard them say that about Amaswati. It's always Abasutu, Amashangani. It's always, you know, that case. But anyway, hi Zabu Yamafet. This video is gonna be too long. This video is gonna be too long. Let me see if there's a video that I missed. Let me get into my conclusion. So now you guys understand that there's a difference between the permit that you get in your municipality to operate a small business and in the informal sector. The courts have ruled that these people who are seeking asylum here in South Africa or are refugees, they are allowed to generate a source of income so that they can survive, that they don't become a burden to the government. You understand? You guys understand that part, ne? And then there's something else that we call a business visa. The business visa is something, if you want to obtain that visa, when you come with your passport here and you apply for a business visa, you have to invest 5 million. And in that 5 million, you'll obtain a business visa, and the business visa can license you to a permanent residential visa. This permanent resident visa, think about the Gupta family, think about all of these white monopoly capitalists that are here. That's what they get. The biggest one I can remember is that case of Bushiri. Understand? Because it was said Bushiri is investing in South Africa. You remember he had a hotel in Northwest and everything. So he was investing more than 5 million rand in South Africa. So him and his wife and his children had what you call a business visa. Once one person in the family has, it's easy for the entire family to get that business visa, and not a business visa, permanent resident status here in South Africa. And then after some 5 years, then they can get citizenship of South Africa. You understand what I'm saying? So that is what is going on. So I want to say, South Africa, we don't want a country that does not have foreigners. And the most important, if there's nothing that you heard in this video, listen to this one point that I'm going to make, because I have made this point I don't know how many times. After you have chased and Julius Malema has made this point actually, but I think he copied me. After you have chased the Zimbabweans, Nigerians, Ethiopians, Ugandans, whatever, away out of South Africa, you guys are going to start fighting each other. The people in Northern Cape are going to say, King, you are not from Northern Cape. You are from Mpumalanga. Go back to Mpumalanga and go and work there. They're not going to care that I'm married in Northern Cape, my wife is from Northern Cape, my children are born here. They're going to say, King, you are not Tswana. You are a Tsonga Pedi boy. Go back to Mpumalanga. Northern Cape people don't even know Mpumalanga. They say Limpopo. And when I tell them, no, I'm not from Limpopo, I'm from Mpumalanga, then they say, I'm Mpumalanga, Limpopo, Gyafana. They like saying that Mpumalanga, Limpopo is the same thing. Imagine. Imagine saying Eastern Cape and KwaZulu-Natal is the same thing. Imagine. The Eastern Cape people are going to say no person from Free State can work in the Free State government or in the Free State area. You saw that in the Western Cape when the colors were protesting that the Xhosa people are working in ShopRite in colored areas. They said, what are these black people? Why are they working here? You guys are going to be fighting each other. Nazis Pambano, I promise you. It's what we're going to do as South Africans. After we have chased all of these Pakistanis, we are going to fight. Because I can say, listen, okay, the Pakistanis are gone. Let me go to Boitshabelo in Bloemfontein. In Bloemfontein, just outside Bloemfontein, 50 kilometers outside Bloemfontein, and start a spaza shop because I see potential there. The locals there are going to say, you are not from here, don't open a spaza shop here. And some are going to say, yeah, let him go, Babahambe, and others are not going to understand like how. The people of Boitshabelo, must they stay in Boitshabelo and not leave Boitshabelo? If you are from KwaZulu-Natal, you must not work in Gauteng because the people of Alexandra are unemployed. If you are from Limpopo, you can't work in Northwest because there's someone in Northwest that can do your job. That is how it's going to end in the very, that's the full stop of the story. South Africans fighting each other for opportunities because your government is not growing the economy. At the end, that is going to be. And then you're going to find people who, because we must chase the Zimbabweans also away. Who's going to be the guardian people? Who's going to be the nannies? Who's going to be, or who's going to do that job? Who's going to do that job? South African, you tell him, no, I'm going to pay you 3.5 a month as a nanny. 3.5. I must work the Monday to Saturday. It's going to be a fight. But I've warned you, and I said because I'm tired of fighting South Africans about this Pan-Africanism thing. They don't want to. South Africans want to chase people away. I'm not going to fight South Africans anymore. I'm saying I understand South Africans. This is the mistake that you guys want to make, and I'm not behind you. I'm not supporting you, but I'm not standing in front of you anymore because you don't want to listen. Nobody wants to raise the farms. This same energy, if the country could bring this same energy and go and fight for our land, we will get our land next week. And the African people will see that we are serious. They say, yo, these people, they want their land. Every province, they are going farm to farm and say, hey, in this farm, you are going to cut. This part is ours. This part, you can take this part. We are taking everything. Take out your citizenship. Let's check it as a white person. If we can have the same energy, I promise you, we will take our country back. But you guys are afraid of your colonizers. You don't want to touch them. In fact, you want them to reinvest in the township so that they can give you jobs at ShopRite and at OBC. That's what you want. You want jobs. So I'm not going to fight with people that want jobs. All I can do is try and invest in the next generation to tell the next generation that, guys, you guys can do better than us. We wanted jobs. You guys want ownership. Strive to be owners. Strive to make to be the owner of the factory, not the guy that wants to be the security at the factory. There's nothing wrong being the security. Anyway, I'm not saying ubutu wako no baba wako is security, whatever. But I'm saying that cannot be our aim as South Africans. To be behind the till and making Rupert richer and richer and richer. It cannot be our aim. But nobody wants to listen to us. They call us the Pan-Africanism Yamasimba. That's what they call us. So let these people bahambe. Because that's what South Africans want. But the government is afraid to say what you guys are saying because the government knows the Constitution. The government knows the Constitution. That's all I'm going to say in this video. My apologies for making a video in the Ganje. You'll forgive me, but this is a matter that is not going to end. We'll be back with more videos, analyzing more videos. I'm washing my hands, South Africans. I'm washing my hands. I understand your anger. And I understand that your government is not assisting you. I understand. That's all I'm going to say. But if you guys don't want to have anyone in our country, because once you chase the foreigners away, you're going to start chasing the doctors away. You're going to chase the nurses away. You're going to chase the engineers away. You're going to chase the everyone, the electricians. You're going to change the constructions, the lawyers, the accountants. You're going to chase them away. At the end, it's going to be the whole of Africa against South Africa. Say, no, we don't even want to do business with South Africa, because South Africa wants them alone. They want themselves alone. They're an island. Thank you so much for tuning in on King Said So. I appreciate it. Please give me your thoughts on the comment section. What do you think about this long video that I just gave you? Do you answer this question also for me on the comment section? Would you be happy if there's no foreigners? No foreigners. I'm talking about no foreigners in any sector, engineering, any sector. No foreigners anyway. The Chinese must go back. So meaning your relationship with China must break. All of the Russians that are here, they must go back. All of the Indians and Brazilians that are here, BRICS must break. No, South Africa does not need anyone to be in South Africa. We are an island. Are you saying you don't want any foreigners here? Or is it just these ones of the tuck shops? Ufuni tuck shop when? Ufuni tuck shop. Is that your main fight? You want the tuck shop? Is that what you want? What do you guys want? And I understand. I'm not insensitive to the killing of our children. I'm saying, what is it that you guys want? Do you want the tuck shop, or do you want the foreigners out? Do you want the township economy? And when you want the township economy, why don't you want the city economy also? Why don't you want the farming economy also? Why don't you want the mining economy also? You guys, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Until we meet again, don't forget to pray. But after you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.